Hello, Assalamu alaikum. Today our topic is existentialism. When we talk about the theories of the self, there are two major groups of the theories. Number one, essentialism, and number two, existentialism. Essentialism supposes that when you are born with an essence which you have not created, but which somehow by nature, by God, is given to you. And what is that essence? Essence means that of you without which you are not what you are. You are what you are because of your essence. Your essence defines you. It is your definitive feature, or a collection, a bundle of definitive features. That makes your essence. Okay. Now, then if essence is this, then what is existence? Existence is more related to the physical part. In more, I suppose, common terminology, we can say that essence is the software side of human being, whereas existence is the more hardware or physical side of human beings. If we talk about human beings, but it's not only human beings that we can talk about. We can talk about inanimate objects also. For example, mountains, rivers, tables, chairs, cell phones, car or airplanes or anything. Now, I have two statements here and I want you to think over each one of them one by one. Let's think first about the first statement, which says essence precedes existence. Now the question is, what comes first? Is it essence which comes first and then you create your existence, or is it existence that comes first and then somehow the other part is constructed or somehow is established or whatever? Okay. The key philosopher on existentialism is Jean-Paul Sartre. I will introduce Jean-Paul Sartre to you sometime later, but let's first focus on his philosophical side, on his ideas. When we say, for example, essence precedes existence or whatever, or the second statement, think for a while on inanimate objects, for example, on stones or mountains or rivers or table or chair or man-made objects or buildings. What do you think comes first? What do you think? For example, perhaps you think that, one of you might be thinking that existence comes first. I believe most of you are thinking that existence comes first and then somehow essence comes. What is the essence part? The question is, when we talk about table or chair or any inanimate objects, man-made objects, what is its essence is the primary question. Okay. I have to tell you, because this is for the most part a one-way conversation, unfortunately. So I tell you, the essence when we talk about the inanimate objects is the idea which is conceived by a human being. So the idea which comes in the mind of a human being who is the maker of the object, of the substance, that very idea of the material object that he or she is going to construct, that idea is the essence of that product or that building or whatever it is. That idea is the essence. And then it means that first idea comes into your mind and then the existence of that substance, that product or whatever it is, then its existence comes. Okay, perhaps it is understood. I mean, if you need to think about Eiffel Tower or Icon Tower or Taj Mahal or any building, first you need to have an idea in your mind, then you have a miniature of that building. You make a miniature. First an idea, then a sort of map, then a miniature, and then you create the real concrete building on the ground. It passes through these stages. But what is the primary thing? It is the idea. First idea comes and then which is the essence. Then the existence takes place. Okay, now let's relate it to human beings. What comes first in the case of human beings? Is it the idea which comes first? Is it the essence which comes first? Or it is the existence which comes first? It has significant repercussions, in fact, on how you think about yourself, your self-image, and your self-awareness. They are determined by what you believe, whether you believe that existence comes first or essence comes first. That determines your self-image. And obviously, your self-image strongly influences your choices and your decisions that you make in your day-to-day life. Okay. Existence precedes essence, or essence precedes existence. Now, Jean-Paul Sartre, whose name I already have mentioned, I told you that Sartre is the primary philosopher when we talk about it. According to Sartre, it is existence which comes first. First, you are born in this world. According to Sartre, you are just thrown in this world because he does not believe in the existence of God. Then you can imagine that when he does not believe in the existence of God, obviously, according to him, nothing is conceived by the mind of the maker. When he does not believe in the maker, obviously he cannot believe that it is essence which comes first. Because for essence to be conceived first, it is necessary that you are created by a maker. But this is what Sartre does not believe. So he believes that it is existence which comes first. And then how the essence is created is a question. It's you, according to Sartre, every human being, who creates his or her own essence by his choices, decisions, actions throughout his or her life. According to him, you are never a finished project. You are never a finished person or a finished product. You are always in the process of creating yourself. You are in the process of learning, unlearning, and recreating. So you are in the process of becoming. You never lose the chance of altering what you already have become, according to Sartre. Now, if I ask a question to you, I don't think it will be difficult for you now to respond to that question from Sartrean perspective. Questions about free will and predeterminism and predestination, whether you are free in your choices or your choices and your personality and yourself, whether they are determined by your parents and the society or the government or any force outside you. How is your self determined? How is your personality constructed is the question. Sartre's answer to this question is that we are free by compulsion, which means that we have free will. We can make our own choices. By our own thinking, we have freedom. Therefore, it means that there is only one compulsion over us, and that is our freedom, which seems to be paradoxical, that when you are free and that freedom itself is compulsion, obviously it is paradoxical. But this is what he believes. You can contrast Sartre's theory for better understanding. For example, you can contrast it with Freud's theory of the self, according to whom you are born with an essence. Many of you, I suppose, have already some knowledge of Freud, such as that he believes that you possess, as a human being, you possess id, ego, and superego. And they constitute this tripartite structure of the self given by Sartre. According to this, these three things constitute yourself. Now you can think over it, you can contrast these two with each other, and I would like you to raise questions when we take online or physical class on the same subject. Okay, good luck.